You're listening to a song that's topping the charts right now in Central America, La Bestia Norte, roughly The Beast. Will it be a one-hit wonder for the group that made it? Well, that's a good question, because the group that commissioned it is the U.S. Border Patrol. It's a propaganda song. The U.S. Border Patrol has made a propaganda song a pop hit. Of course, it helped that they were promoting it with millions of dollars being paid to Central American radio stations. You can even download it as a PSA from the government's own website. La Bestia is about hopping the freight lines to come to America. It talks about the dangers of riding the train, or the beast as they call it. A threatening snake appears, scales of iron. Migrants go as cattle to the slaughterhouse. And it uses extensive satanic imagery to make the point. It talks about a wretched train of death with the devil in the boiler, the route to hell. It wears 3 6s tattooed on her wheels and head. Get it? The beast? 666? Well, ever since the song has been outed as a creation of the Border Patrol, the pro-illegal immigration, pro-amnesty crowd has been afraid that it might discourage immigration. Is it propaganda? Jaime Ruiz, part of the Border Patrol that commissioned the song, was interviewed by Canadian Public Radio's Brent Bambury, who insisted that it was propaganda because the source was hidden, while Ruiz denied it was propaganda because it told the truth about the dangerous ride. So who's right? Propaganda has been traditionally classified as either black, white, or gray. White propaganda is merely trying to persuade people with true information, and the source of the information is accurately identified. Black propaganda, however, is lies and disinformation, with the source not who it appears to be. Gray propaganda is a mixture, with lies about either the source or the content. So I would say La Bestia qualifies as gray propaganda, since they hid or misled the public about the source, but they did tell the truth about the danger. It's dangerous getting on a moving freight train, and it's dangerous being on these trains, since the vast majority of people coming aren't 8-year-old criminals with teddy bears, as mainstream propagandists are fond of saying.
The idea that we can't assimilate these 8-year-old criminals with their teddy bears is preposterous.
So when George Will on Fox News spreads White House lies about the illegal aliens all being little children,
8-year-old criminals with their teddy bears,
making the 1,500-mile journey unaccompanied, and when Glenn Beck does the same thing with his photo op at the border, they're both engaging in a much darker shade of propaganda. They're telling lies about this all being children, and they're disguising the source of those lies, which are really being fed out by the administration. But what made the CBC interview with the Border Patrol important came at the very end of the interview.
You've explained the message of the song, but no matter how many people hear that message, many of them are going to take this risk no matter what. Why do you think that is?
Many will take the risk, and we would like to create just a level of awareness. Just be aware that it's dangerous. If you're going to make the move and you still want to make the decision, we respect that decision.
That was Jaime Ruiz of the U.S. Customs and Border Protection.
Do you get that? The Border Patrol wants potential immigrants to understand the danger of coming, but he says,
if you're going to make the move and you still want to make the decision, we respect that decision.
If you're going to make the move, still going to make the decision, we respect that decision. Now, of course, we're obviously not talking about unaccompanied minors who are going to make a decision or even have the ability to get on a moving freight train. We're talking about the older people who are making that journey. And we're talking about the Border Patrol themselves saying, if you make the decision to ignore the immigration laws, they respect that decision. Let me ask you, if I decide to drive at whatever speed I wish, do they respect that decision? Maybe the biggest lie here, the blackest piece of propaganda, is that the Border Patrol is trying to discourage people from making that crossing, that they are actually patrolling the border. Now, this is all happening while Obama ignores the border, ignores the law, and gives every incentive for people to make that crossing.
You've experienced and heard about the benefits of Super Male Vitality. Now, the new formula has arrived. Introducing the new Super Female Vitality. I have specifically designed this formula to help the body naturally regulate itself without the use of artificial hormones. Key ingredients chosen from the highest quality sources. Secure your Super Female Vitality today from our limited stock at InfoWarsLife.com.